devil is enraged. His anger erupts like a furious storm raging in the darkness. In his dark kingdom, he sees his power constantly challenged and feels his time is coming to an end. He feels humiliated because the faithful, the true soldiers of God, are led by a woman, the Blessed Virgin Mary, a creation of God whom he hates in his pride. Among these soldiers, one stands out for his courage and devotion, Saint Luis de Monfort, a servant of Mary's love and consecrated to her heart. This saint, born on January 31st, 1673 in France, was the founder of the Company of Mary and thus became a knight and soldier of Our Lady. In his tireless fight for the salvation of souls and to protect the Church from the attacks of evil, he wrote the treatise True Devotion to Mary, which to this day guides millions of Christians to offer their hearts to Jesus through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, which is a turning point in our lives as Catholics. Saint Louis de Montfort teaches us that Mary guarantees her protection and love. Enclosed in the heart of her Son, if we offer our whole lives physically and spiritually to the heart of Mary. This truth revealed by Mary is her plan to crush the devil's head and bring the final victory of her Immaculate Heart. This saint's weapons were the cross in one hand and the rosary in the other, powerful weapons against the forces of evil, and a string of prayers connecting the faithful with heaven. The devil cannot stand to see Mary forming her priests, the spiritual warriors ready to combat heresy and false teachings with unwavering faith. These priests, like Saint Louis de Montfort, bravely faced hardship and still do to this day, and brought the light of faith into the darkest hearts and illuminated even the darkest corners of humanity. During the French Revolution, the efforts to destroy the Church were harsh and relentless. But the priests of Mary, guided by their devotion and love for Our Lady, resisted with determination and showed that true faith cannot be extinguished by violence or oppression. Saint Louis de Montfort, although he did not experience the revolution, prepared the ground with his teachings and example, and inspired generations of priests and faithful. He showed that faith and devotion to her Immaculate Heart are an impenetrable shield against evil. The devil is enraged because he cannot defeat those who are under the protection of Our Lady. Our Lady, as Mother and Protector of the Church, continuously calls courageous warriors to fight on her behalf and inspires the faithful to persevere in faith and not give in to evil temptations. Today, the Church faces the most important battle in its history. The enemy is not a violent revolution from without. The enemy comes from within, as Our Lady has foretold in her apparitions over the last 200 years, from La Salette to Garabandal and Medjugorje. As the Apostle John said, "They went out from us, but they did not really belong to us. For if they had belonged to us, they would have remained with us. But their going showed that none of them belonged to us." 1 John 2:19. The devil is enraged, because even though Rome has lost the faith, religious modernism dominates the Church, and the foundations of the Church seem to crumble to create a new synodal Church. His speech is failing. No one is enthusiastic. The anarchist and Marxist Church empties St. Peter's Square every day, and the papacy evokes pity and sadness. The fight continues, and faith remains the light that guides courageous people on their journey. We Catholics have the guarantee that the Church does not belong to man but to Christ, and that his mother is the mother of the Church. We Catholics have the essential need to consecrate ourselves to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. If we do not, our spiritual lives will be fiercely attacked by the violence of lies and heresies. With the cross in one hand and the rosary in the other, we ensure that the devil, however enraged he may be, will never win this war. Our Lady, the humblest creature of God, is also the Queen and ruler of all creation, according to the will of her Son, the King and Lord, the true God, the beginning and the end of history. This is the Bells of Vendée. Please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time, Warriors of God.